So, welcome everyone to a very special edition Moto2 pre-event press conference here at the Grande Premio de Portugal. So we have the top four in the championship. You're all still in with a shot at the crown. So Enea Bastianini, you're leading the way at the moment for Italtrans racing team. And then we have second overall Sam Lowe's from Estrella Galicia 00 Mark VDS, 14 points down. And third at the moment, Sky Racing Team VR46's Luca Marini, 18 points down. And just still in there in contention is Marco Bettecchi, also from Sky Racing Team VR46, 23 points off Bastianini as we arrive into the event. So everything on the line in Moto2 and Moto3 this weekend. With you guys, there's four of you could still lift the crown. And we're at a brand new track to just add to the challenge even more. So Enea, we'll start with you. You've had a really, really impressive season. Obviously, your rookie season, you had a really solid year despite some injury. But you came out this season and immediately from the off, you've been a front runner and you've won races. How do you feel to be arriving now into the final round in the lead?
Yeah, the feel for me for the moment is incredible because has been a fantastic season for the moment, and with 3 victory and 7 podium, and the teamwork has stayed fantastic, and nothing. Now is the last race, and also my last race with Moto2, and I hope to be also faster in this track. It's my first time here, and Portimao I think is not really easy, but tomorrow I try to do my best for the fastest in the qualifying, and we will see Sunday what's happened. But I'm confident to be fast, and the team is ready.
I was going to say, what is your plan this weekend? Because like you say, you've not ridden here before. You're also the guy in the lead as we arrive. Are you going to ask for any kind of information about what's happening around you? Are you even thinking about your rivals? Or are you just solely focused on your job and doing the best that you can on Sunday?
Yeah, it's important to learn a little bit from another rider because I think 6 or 7 riders are stay in this track and have a try, I think not with a Moto2, but with another motorbike. I don't know Luca if I stay with a Moto2, but nothing. I have to learn a little bit the first run, but after I think it's possible to be fast, and the plan is to be in the first, maximum second row in the qualifying, and battle in the race.
Perfect. Well, good luck this weekend, Enea.
Thank you.
So Sam, we'll move on to you. Little bit of contrasting fortunes over the past few races for you. You were breaking some intermediate class British records with a winning run, and then unfortunately that huge crash that you had in FP3 in the Valencia GP put a bit of a downer on it, bit of superhuman effort to take a couple of points. You're still well in the hunt. How are you feeling now in terms of both your hand and then your position coming into this weekend?
Yeah, you know, when you can come to the last race of the year and have a chance of the championship means the season's been good. It's easy to look at the last races and say they've been bad, but in the end the championship is long, and you have to be there every race. So also these guys have had some bad luck, some unlucky races, so we all arrive here with the chance is great. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I've been to this track before. I have really good memories from the past. In 2011, I rode for the Portugal Honda team, so it was already sponsored by this circuit. So it's a good place for me. I won here in 2013, and can say that this track is beautiful, it's great to ride, and yeah, it will be definitely a fun weekend for everybody.
So do you think that's going to help you out then? Because obviously it is different machinery, but knowing the track, do you think that's going to give you a little bit of an edge? Or do you think by the time you get kind of down to the business of actually racing on Sunday, do you think these guys will have made up that difference?
In the end, I think maybe a little bit of advantage, but overall, you know, these guys are great riders. They've been fantastic at every circuit all year. So in the end, it's not, by the time we get to the important time in qualifying in the race, everybody will be on the rhythm. So yeah, it maybe help me tomorrow. Also help me a little bit. My hand is still sore, so I can manage a little bit different the practice sessions maybe. But in the end, when it matters, when it comes down to it, everyone will be on the pace, and it will be also me, is 2013 the last time I was here, so I know the track, but now I'm getting a little bit older, it's hard to remember that far back.
I'm sure. A bit of a refresher then first. So best of luck this weekend, Sam.
Thank you.
So Luca, we'll move on to you. You've had, again, a few tougher races in the last sort of month and a half after a really impressive run of wins, and you're leading the championship earlier in the race. But you really bounced back again. Last time out, you were back in that top 5. It was your best result for a few races, and you're still very much in touch in the championship. What's your plan arriving here this weekend? And you, like Enea as well, will be moving to Motogp, so it's also your last Moto2 race. Does that affect anything in how you approach it?
Well, first of all, it's fantastic to be here in Portimao, because I ride here with the European Championship with Moto2, my first race of Moto2, and it was just amazing. The track is unbelievable, a roller coaster, like everybody said, and I hope to enjoy it during all the weekend. Try to be fast and enjoy all the weekend until last moment after the race. So I try to do my best, work harder compared to all the other weekends, because it's my last race in Moto2, and I want to finish in my best way. Also, my crew is really prepared for this race, and we want to enjoy it, and that's it.
So, like you said, you've ridden here on Moto2 machinery, but not on the Triumph engine, unless you were very ahead of your time back in the European Championship. Do you think that will help you as well now, or is it kind of blank slate and just you know that you're going to love the track, and past that, start from zero and build up?
Well, I think that it doesn't help so much, because the tarmac was different, the tires were different, the bike, the engine, everything was different. It was my first race here in Moto2. I didn't remember anything.
So you were different as well.
Yeah. And also in the World Championship, there are the best riders in the world. So be it for the first time in a track it is not a problem for everybody, I think. So it's just find the correct setup, because it's a very strange track, difficult with so many different points, hard braking, but you have also to be in a good flow in the fast corners, so it will be not easy. I think it will be more important find the good setup from the beginning, try to work well in FP1, FP2 for be ready in quali.
Perfect. Best of luck this weekend, Luca. So Marco, we'll come on to you. You are still in the championship hunt with that win in the Europe GP and then a podium last time out, but you are 23 points back. So your option for the title is to win and then see what happens for the rest of them. But then you also seem to go out every weekend with the mentality that you want to win. So I imagine that would be the aim anyway. How are you feeling coming to Portimao? Are you ready for the challenge? And in your mind, are you just thinking race weekend, want to win, or are you thinking about the title at all?
Well, first of all, I'm very happy to arrive here and can also still fight for the championship. This is very important, because I didn't expect in the beginning of the season. So this already for me is a big result. Then for sure will be very hard, because 23 points, even if you win, something have to happen in the first position rider, so will be very hard. But at the end, for me, it's not a big problem. Just I want to focus myself and also my team to work to do like a normal race weekend, for sure, trying to fight for the win, for the podium, and try to finish the season in the best way that we can. Obviously, when you fight for the title, you always think a little bit about it, because it will be not normal if you say something else. But my main target is just to make the best weekend that I can, the best race that I can. And if I can be closer to the win, is better, but even if I don't achieve the title, is okay.
So you said you didn't expect to be in the position that you're in at the start of this year. You have taken your first Moto2 wins this season, and you've been a front runner throughout. when you look back at some of the worst moments of the season and then some of the high moments like the wins, do you think, oh, I wish this hadn't happened, or oh, if I made that mistake? Or for you, is it just, this has made me the rider I am now, and I'm now a Moto2 title contender?
Yeah, at the end, for me, was very, very important this season, because coming from 2019, where I struggled a lot and I didn't get any result, any podium, anything, I'm very happy of the season that I made. 2 wins, 7 times on the podium, so for me it was very nice. For sure, if I look back, some mistakes I would like to don't make it, but at the end you cannot go back in the time. So this is where we are, and we have just to try to look at the front, be focused, and try to fight until the end.
Thanks very much. Okay, that's everything from me. We'll see if we've got any questions from the virtual floor.
Hi, Grzegorz Jędrzejewski from Polsat Sports. Congrats to all of you guys for this amazing season. Question to Sam. I mean, 2 questions. First, how is your hand? Because we saw that it's kind of blue. So how is it? And second question to Sam. In 2013, when you were on your way to the world title, you won here in Portugal. Do you think that this experience that you have on this track and many, many laps that you did will help you out tomorrow and the most important on Sunday?
Yeah, my hand is okay. It's not perfect. I don't want to speak too much about it. We see how it feels tomorrow, and yeah, for the experience on the track, I have to say yes. You know, when you've raced at a track, when you've got good results at a track, you have good feelings about riding here. So there's one thing going fast at a circuit, and there's another thing to race well. So there's a few things in this track you can learn about the races, and for sure I have some information. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah, like I say, the hand is it is what it is, and yeah, we do our best.
Hi, good evening, gentlemen. Tammy from Sport 5 Israel. I have questions for the VR46 guys. Bez, you said last weekend after the race that sometimes you and Luca are working together and sometimes you work separately. Can you explain a little bit how it works and when? Because in the second part of the season, we don't see you two together on the track too much, even during practice.
I think it was for both of you, but Marco first, I think, was addressed to you.
Hello. Then, at the end, during this season, we started with different experience within us. Luca was very strong in the beginning, a lot more than me, with more experience, and was very precise already, knowing already a little bit more the bike. So in the beginning we worked together, especially with me behind, to try to improve my riding level, my riding skills, to arrive to a similar level of Luca. Then in the middle of the season, when we were together on the track, we were just trying to one time the other one, to make a better lap time, or just to see what he was doing better, what I was doing better. And then when we arrived until a good level, then we started to work a little bit more separate, but just because we need a little bit less help one from the other one. In Le Mans, I helped Luca the last time, and then when we want to go out together, we go. If not, we go out separate, but it's not because, like everyone thinks, because we are fighting for the title. It's just because if Luca needs to work alone, he works alone. If we need to work together, we work together. If I need to work alone, I work alone.
Luca, I guess you'd agree with that assessment.
Yeah, I agree. But it's not true that we don't work now together, because also we talk a lot each other. We speak after the practice, if we have to give some advices or try to understand something, we can talk just and learn something new. Also, we can check our data in the data, so it is also nice this. It is a good help, I think. And also the cameras doesn't look at us every lap. So maybe sometimes we are together, but just not seeing the video. So, and also depend on the track. For example, in Qatar, you need to have a slipstream in the straight because you earn a lot of time. But in Valencia, no. So I think it depends a little bit also in the plan that you did in Thursday. Maybe sometimes I start with new tires while he has used tires because our crew chief wants to work different. So it's not every time easy to plan everything together.
Thank you. And a second question for Luca. At the beginning of the season, when we spoke, you told me about how you admired the way Marquez is dealing with his injuries and how fast he's going back to training. After watching him this season, did you change the way you look at it or the way you look at yourself and how quick you need to be? Because we heard about your ankle re-injuring it. Is something changing in the way you see it?
No, I don't think so. I don't know exactly how Mark was after his injury the first time, and then how it was his condition when he came back on the bike. So I cannot tell you something on this, but I don't change my idea. I think when you have an injury, you have to work a lot, you have to work more to come back as soon as possible, but in security, because if you crash another time, maybe you can damage a lot, and you have to waste a lot of time and try to, I don't know, you have to miss some races, maybe more than what you expected before. So it is not easy, especially this season. I think I did a big mistake to have an injury. Also Sam, it is not a good season for having an injury because we race every week. So we knew this, it was important to stay on the bike, but you know, this is racing.
Thank you very much. Best of luck to you all this weekend.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Jack Appleyard, MotoGP.com. A question for Sam. Sam, two of the men on stage with you are going up to MotoGP next year. One of them, or the other one, it would look likely the year after. What do you think this championship, if you were to win it, would do to your chances of moving back up to MotoGP and getting the second chance there? If that is something that would interest you at all, would winning the championship hopefully power you on to move up next year? I mean, what are you looking at to the future if you were to win this championship without wanting to preempt too much?
No, I'd love to go back to MotoGP. I think every rider's dream, so it's not correct for me to say otherwise. But for next year, I will not be, obviously. For the future, I don't know. I definitely won't go on an Aprilia again in MotoGP because it's not as much fun as racing in Moto2. But if I could have a good opportunity and something that I feel like I could be given a good chance, then why not? It's really nice that these guys have done a great season. They definitely deserve their shot in MotoGP, and it's nice for me to see how they get on because we're riding now in a similar level. Yeah, so I think, like I say, you have to understand your opportunities and take the correct one at the correct time. But for me now is just thinking about trying to fight for this championship. If it's not possible, then of course I will enjoy fighting next year. Also with Marco staying in the class will be nice, and as always in Moto2, lots of other guys to fight with. So no, at the minute I'm just looking at this weekend and then into next year.
Just quickly, a second one, if possible. Obviously, from next year as well, with Cal, this being his last weekend, you'll be the most experienced Brit in the World Championship. Is there any added pressure to that from next year as sort of being the man that the kids in the British Talent Cup, amongst other series, are looking up to try and emulate? Being
an old man. Yeah, I'm getting old now, especially sat next to these guys. I I don't know. I feel really proud that I can race in Grand Prix and be at the front, and I hope that younger British riders can look up to me, and I try and do the best I can. I try and put on a good show and try and put myself forward in the best way. So not really any extra pressure, but hopefully they can see what I'm doing, and in the years to come they can do the same. But pressure, not really. I'm proud to be British and proud to be racing in Grand Prix.
Same question for Enea and for Luca. Which is the lesson from this year that you will bring in MotoGP in 2021 next year?
Vado io? Next year I have to learn a lot from many riders, and it's really important this year for me because I was fast in every race, and I think I will be faster the next year. But the first impact was, I think, to be with a calm, and it's a good category. And I think also Sam have changed a lot his style this year, and I think to be also fast he's in the MotoGP, and also Marco have did a good step this year, and we will see the next year in MotoGP what I can do.
I think MotoGP is another world compared to Moto2, but there are so many similar things because now Moto2 is improved a lot. The bike is much more similar to a MotoGP bike. The weight, not the power, but we are closer compared to past years. Also tires are special, are difficult to understand also in Moto2, so this can help for the future. But I hope to have a good crew, try to learn from people that had more experience in that world, and try to be patient and with calm at the beginning, because it is not easy to go in MotoGP. The first laps, also after 3 months, I think it will be tough. Because also when you come back in the Moto2 in the winter test, you feel that the power is much more compared to what you remember. Now I think about to go in MotoGP after a long time. Will be Malaysia that it's hot, not easy, but I will prepare myself in the best way in this winter.
Hi guys, Guido from the Netherlands. I have a question for Enea. After Franco Morbidelli, Pecco Bagnaia, and now Luca Marini, you are the first Italian that's going to MotoGP that is not a VR46 rider. Can you tell us something about your progression over the last few years and how it was for you to make the steps from Moto3 to Moto2 to MotoGP?
Yeah, in Moto3 I was so young, and it was not like work, no? It was only enjoy it and work. Enjoy it, and after when I'm going Moto2, have changed a lot the situation, because the weight of the bike are changed, and will be more was more physical and difficult to move in the change direction, also with the brake, and I understand. Okay, now I have to work a lot, and after also in this winter I work a lot for this to be fast in this season, and have changed a lot also the work with the guys, because it's really important, and now it's I have to do another step, because in MotoGP There is a lot of parts of the bike to change, and also with electronic, because in Moto2 the electronic was basic, is basic, and in MotoGP no. You have to adapt corner by corner, and I hope to enjoy it, but to work a lot.
Okay, I think that's all of our questions. Thank you very much, guys, and thanks to everyone who joined us virtually. Best of luck to all of you this weekend. We very much look forward to seeing another great Moto2 race, and yeah, may the best man win is the phrase, but you've all been great this season, and congrats on the year.
Thank you.
Thank you. No, creo que no. La he hecho antes.